Hey you guys, what's up? It is Blind Eye, and I am here to give you all my thoughts and just yap away about Twisted Metal Season 2, Episode 3. It starts out, Mr. Grimm, we got a graveyard, and there's these two grave robbers there. They're doing their thing, and they're digging this grave, and they're like, wait, how come there's no casket in this one? And then all of a sudden, Mr. Grimm shows up. Oh my God, he takes them out in the most brutal way. He takes his helmet and just bashes in their heads, and it's like the white skull that was on his helmet is now just full on red because of the blood, and it's insane. And on the gravestone, I was looking for it. I'm like, please tell me, because he says something about like, oh, hey dad, or hey pops, or something like that. And then I was like, oh dude, please tell me that gravestone is going to say Captain Grimm on it. And sure as shit it does. And I was like, I called it, baby. Let's go. When there's no one else around, the cars are rocking and someone came a-knocking. Mr. Grimm, I'm jumping way far too ahead in the episode. I don't care. Mr. Grimm shows up and takes both of them out. This big explosion happens. These cars blow up. And then through the fire and the flames emerges none other than the man himself, Axel. And it is so cool to see this character in live action. Axel is awesome. And so now she's freaking out. She's like, oh man, I gotta have this hideous scar. Oh man, I'm not gonna be like pretty. And so I was like, okay, I see what you're doing there with that. That's pretty sweet. You know, nice little callback there. There's so many references. Mayhem snuck in the trunk of Roadkill while Quiet's running around. And so now they're palling around. Quiet's like training her up on how to drive and all this stuff. And then Mr. Grimm shows up. He starts to do the soul thing again. And then the camera cuts to Quiet and Mayhem's point of view. And Grimm is just standing there with his arm outstretched going like, you know, like, so he's bullshit. He's bullshitting. It's all in his head. He's not really doing the soul shit. He's just batshit crazy out of his mind. And it fits. It makes sense. That is so cool that they're doing that. So now that just makes me question. And that's going to be a thing I bet they're going to mess with us throughout this whole season if Calypso's bullshitting or not. Because is Calypso just rich boy with a shit ton of money that can just make stuff happen? Or does he really have the supernatural powers? That's going to be the question. And that I cannot wait. I cannot wait for more. Man, part of me wishes all this was out so I could just binge it and